The tufted deer is one of the most unique deer species in the world, and if you didn't know anything about this deer, you'd probably assume that it was some kind of weird deer-antelope hybrid. Hi, I'm here to bring you the weirdest, wildest facts from the animal kingdom, and today we're focusing on the tufted deer. The tufted deer has the body of a deer, but then there's the face. They have a prehensile upper lip like an anteater, which they use to grasp vegetation while the rest of their mouth is fully adapted for grinding. Their teeth are also a lot like those of an antelope, except for the fact that they have two extra incisors in the front. Now, the scientific community isn't exactly sure why they have these extra teeth, but they believe it may be an adaptation to their diet. See, the tufted deer primarily eats leaves and other vegetation, but they also regularly consume the fruit of a specific tree called the whistling thorn. The seeds in this fruit are encased in a very hard shell, so hard in fact that only the tufted deer can crack them open with their extra incisors. This gives them a significant advantage over other potential seed dispersers. In fact, scientists have found that if the tufted deer weren't around to disperse these seeds, the forest would be a lot less diverse with far fewer trees. So these deer are basically nature's way of saying, hey, give me some hard seeds and a nice leafy plant to munch on and I'll happily call it a day. Now the males and females of the species look very different. Females typically have a grayish-brown coat with white spots, while the males are more of a reddish-brown with darker spots. And those big old corkscrew horns are only found on the males. They can grow up to 3 feet long, which is almost as tall as the deer itself. And yes, despite what you might think, these horns are not shed and regrown annually. Instead, they're permanent fixtures that grow longer and longer as the deer gets older. Just imagine the oldest male in the herd with a rack of 10-foot-tall corkscrews on his head. Kind of makes you want to join the deer gang. Unfortunately, due to poaching and habitat loss, the tuft is considered a vulnerable species, so unless something drastic is done to protect it, we may not get to see these funky-looking deer for much longer. But there is some good news. There are conservation efforts underway to protect the tufted deer and its habitat, and it is illegal to hunt or poach them in most countries. So hopefully this funky-looking deer will stick around for many years to come. If you learned something new, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more weird animal facts. And as always, thanks for watching.